Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Thank you for joining me for this, my teaser trailer review for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. If you haven't seen the trailer already, there's a link right here. You can go check it out, come back, we can talk about it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit first about fantasy films in general. Since the ending of The Hobbit and the Harry Potter franchises, I've been a little bit worried about big cinematic fantasy. I love fantasy. It's like my favorite non-conventional genre in Hollywood and in a lot of storytelling in general. Like fantasy books are my favorite, fantasy games are my favorite. And so I've been worried because ever since the close of The Hobbit and Harry Potter, I was like, is this the end, or at least for right now, of big fantasy films? Are we going to see a big gap before we get to see more fantasy movies? And the two things that told me no were that we are getting a Warcraft film this year, and also that we are getting Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which this is the first part of what's supposed to be a trilogy from Warner Brothers. That is a continuation of the Harry Potter universe without a continuation of the Harry Potter story. And I think that is exactly the way to go, and I really, really hope this movie does well because I want more fantasy films. I definitely want more Harry Potter films. Okay, so let's talk about the trailer. I like this trailer. It intrigues me on multiple levels. I think this trailer shows that we are very clearly back in the Harry Potter universe. You still have the wands. You still have some of those distinctive spells. You have, like, you know, the distinctive terms, like how they call non-magical people muggles and things like that. So we're clearly returning back to the Harry Potter universe. But I think even for people who have read the Harry Potter books and seen the Harry Potter films, this is going to be a new journey to places we haven't been before. First of all, this is taking place in America, which most of the Harry Potter books take place either in or around England. And so this will be an entirely new, like, government for the magical people that we have not seen before. This is 7 years before the events of Harry Potter. So we get to see, like, the history of the wizarding world. This is even before any mention of Voldemort. So this is going to be a world that has never heard of Voldemort and is distinctively different from the Harry Potter movies we've seen, because in every one of those movies, even in the flashbacks, you either had the shadow of Voldemort looming over the whole story or the memory of Voldemort looming over the whole story. And I'm excited to see a world where the main conflict is not that villain, and to see what we can do with some other stories in this really starting to become a really rich universe. And also, I'm curious to see where the story goes. Like, what exactly is the crisis of the story? What's the problem? Which I don't exactly know yet. And I'm fine with not knowing it. This is just the first teaser trailer. It's supposed to get us excited and to give us a feel for the world and not necessarily give us the plot. There was that one dude in the trailer who said, I think it was something along the lines of, nothing human could have done this. Now, was he a muggle, like, detective talking about he saw something magical, like a human couldn't have done this, or was he talking about a beast that got out? And let's talk about the idea of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them being about magical monsters. That gets me so excited, because monsters and creatures have always been my favorite thing about fantasy films in general. Like, when people ask me what classes would be my favorite at Hogwarts, the two that always come to mind first are potions making and care of magical creatures. And I'm really excited to see what sort of crazy ghouls and gremlins, or like unicorns and fairies, will be contained, it looks like, in that little suitcase. Alright guys, well, let me know what you thought of the trailer in the comments section below. Don't forget to click that subscribe button for more videos. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.